So myself Vinod, I'm a software developer from Syncfusion. Today I'll show you how to create a modern conversational UI using Syncfusion MAUI Chat control. And then I'll show you the MAUI 2024 Volume 1 release updates. Looking at this demo, you can see a .NET MAUI Chat control, a fully customizable UI for displaying conversations between two or more users. You can bind messages with various formats, including text, images, calendars, date picker, and more. Alright, I'll move to the coding part. Before I begin, let's see the prerequisites to create the application. I have installed the latest version of Visual Studio 2022 with the required .NET MAUI workload. I have also installed the latest version of .NET 8.0 framework. So let me open my Visual Studio 2022. Here I click a create new project. I'll choose .NET MAUI app. Here I'll provide the application name as chat app and I'll provide the location. Syncfusion.NET MAUI controls support both .NET 7.0 and 8.0 framework. I'll choose 8.0 framework now. Now the project is ready. Before I move forward, let me set up the environment to run this application. Here, I'll choose Android emulators, Pixel 5 emulator. Okay. Now I'll run this application to check it is created properly with the required packages. The application home page is displayed now. Let me show you how to install Syncfusion.NET MAUI Chat package. I'll right-click the project and open NuGet Package Manager. Search for Syncfusion.NET MAUI Chat package. I'll install this package now. Okay, the package is installed successfully. So before using a Syncfusion MAUI controls, we need to register the license key to avoid license validation message. So let me show you how to register the license key. I open app.xaml CS page. And here I type syncfusion.licensing dot syncfusion license provider dot register license. I have already generated my license using a Syncfusion account, so I'll use that trial license key here. Next, I need to register the Syncfusion core handler to map the cross-platform API to the native Vue APIs. So I'll navigate to the MAUI program CS page and use the namespace Syncfusion MAUI core hosting. And then I register the core handler using configure Syncfusion core extension. Fine. Let's initialize the chat control. I navigate to the main XAML page. Here I'll remove the default crawl view related code. I'll also navigate to the controller page and remove the unwanted codes. To use the Syncfusion MAUI chat control, I need to add the namespace. So let me add the namespace. Here I have added the namespace. Then I'll add the control tag SF chat. Okay, let me show you the basic layout of a chat control. So you can see the basic layout of chat control here, and I can type the message and send. Okay. Next, I'll show you how to bind data source to this chat control. I right click the project and click add new item and provide the name as chat model. I'll make it as public. I'll also create the constructor. Then I define the field messages of type observable collection of object. Here I'm going to maintain a dynamic collection. So every time when a message is added, it should be notified. So I have used the type as observable collection of object. Inside this chat model constructor class, I'll initialize this messages field. Next, to differentiate the message between the sender and receiver, I need to add two more fields. First, I'll add the field sender. Next, I'll add the field receiver. This author is a Syncfusion chat class which is used to provide details about users. Inside this constructor, I'll initialize the sender method. And here I can provide the user details like name, image, etc. First, I'll add the name property and set the name as Daniel. Next, I'll initialize the receiver with name as Jack.
I create a class generate messages. Then I add a new message by creating the instance of text message class.
Here I need to provide two details. Author, which I'll assign it to a sender. Then I'll add the text property. Here I'll provide a simple text like hi Jack. So in the similar way, I'll add another text message for the receiver. I'll change a string to hi Daniel. I'll add one more message. Here I'll provide the text as select a date for project discussion. All right, I have created the messages. I'll call this method inside the constructor. So I have created the database. Let me show you how to bind this message collection to the MAUI chat control. I'll navigate to the main page. Here I'll add another namespace, local. And map the project. And then I'll add content page dot binding context. And here I create the instance of chat model, which is defined in my local namespace. Okay. In the SF chat control, I add the property messages. And I'll bind the message field from the chat model. Next, I add another property called current user to mention the receiver. So here I'll bind the receiver field. I open appshell.xaml file and change the title as MAUI chat. Okay, let me run this application and show you the output. Check now. The text messages are shown for Daniel as sender and for Jack as a receiver. Now I'll show you how to add the calendar to the message. I'll navigate to the chat model page. Here I simply change the text message instance to calendar message.
Now you can see the calendar in the Daniel chat, and I can select any date as a reply. If you want to add a date picker in the message, just change this calendar message instance to date picker message. Now you can see the date picker, and I can choose any date and send it as reply. Let me show you how to display image for Daniel. To do this, I'll copy my image into this application resources images folder. Then I navigate to the sender details, add the avatar property, and provide the image name. You can also organize the chat with a date and time. To do that, I just enable the show time break property. Let me show you the chat.
Okay, see here, an image is showed for the sender and time break is shown in the chat. Now let me show you how to apply a custom theme to the chat. By default, Material 3 Lite theme is applied to the chat control. To apply the custom theme, I need to import the namespace for Syncfusion MAUI themes. I'll copy this namespace and add it here. Then I include content page.resources. Here, I'll add Syncfusion theme dictionary. Again, I'll add Syncfusion theme dictionary dot merge dictionaries. These two tags are need to customize the existing theme from the dictionary. So I'll add another tag, resource dictionary. We have provided key-based theming support here. So using the resource dictionary will provide a particular key name and customize its value. First, I'll define the string key for SF chat theme. Mention the key name as SF chat theme. And here I'll provide the name as custom theme. Next, I have the color tag. And mention the key as SF chat incoming message background. I'll define the custom color code for SF chat outgoing message background. So let me run this application and show you the customization. Okay, you can see the incoming and outgoing message background is customized. Finally, I'll show you how to dynamically send message using external text box and button. So I'll add a grid layout. And provide the row definitions. Here I'll define two rows. I'll define the column definition. I'm going to have two columns. And then I add the entry control and set its name as entry. And then I add the button control. I'll set the grid row as 0, grid column as 1, I have the width request 100. I set the margin 2. I'll copy paste the SF chat control inside this grid layout. I'll set the grid row to 1 and grid column span to 2. Okay, I'll run the sample and show you the UI first. Check now, entry control and button is added here in one row, and in the second row I have displayed the chat control. So let me show you how to send the message typed here to the chat control. I had the click T1 and assign the method button clicked. I'll define this method in the controller page. I declare a variable view model type chat model. Inside this constructor, I initialize this variable. And I set it to the binding context. Binding context chat model. Fine. So here I can create the message. So view model dot messages, and here I'll create the text message just like I have did in the chat model. Here I assign the sender as view model dot sender, and I need to assign the text entered in the entry control here. So this dot entry dot text. So when I type this message and click the send button, the existing message has to be clear. To do that, I use clear values method. This dot entry dot clear value. Here I'll pass the entry text property. To prevent adding empty message to this message collection, so I had if condition and check the entry text is not null or empty. Copy this code block and paste it inside. Okay, that's it. Let me run this sample. So here I'll click date picker and choose any date. I'll type the message here. So when I click the send button, the messages are displayed here. Okay, so I would like to show more properties in this control, but due to time constraints, I'll move on to the Mavi 2024 Volume 1 release updates now. I'll provide the UG link for this chat control in the webinar description that you can check it out later. So in Valiman 2024 release, we have provided a support for visual theme. It has light and dark theme support. As we discussed earlier in the chat application, you can customize the theme based on the keys. For that, you need to use a separate resource dictionary class for each theme. And we have provided the support to load the resource with a dynamic resource markup extension. So let me share the details of controls released in Volume 1 2024. So this chat control, just now we have seen it. So it is used for a fully customizable conversational UI. The key features are message types, time break, typing indicator, suggestions, load more, and styling. Parallax view control, which is used to provide a parallax effect to background view. The key features are you can set any kind of background view, you can customize the speed of the scroll, and there's a support for horizontal and vertical scrolling orientations. We have provided a polar charts, which is used to represent data in a circular format. And the key features are grid line type, data labels, legends, and tooltips. And we have provided support to add multiple series. A radial menu is used to display a hierarchical menu in a circular layout. The key features are drag, rotation, font icon support, and custom views. Rotator provides an interactive image navigation. The key features are navigation styles, placement customization, continuous play and looping. Step progress bar control is used to indicate the progress of multi-step process. The following are the key features. You can display progress horizontally or vertically. We have provided three-state progress indication. You can add descriptions to each state on both sides. And you can customize the step content and shape. And tree map is used to represent hierarchical data using nested rectangles. The key features provided are multiple layout options, grouping, interactive selection, tooltips, and legends. We have also provided a template support. So let me provide the details of features provided in the following controls. In autocomplete and combo box, we provided support to display selected items as tokens, and we have provided support to enable auto size based on its content. In Cartesian chart, we have introduced a new histogram series type, which is used to visualize data points within a continuous range in a column format. And we have provided a plot band support, which is used to shade specific regions or ranges in the plot area with background and text. We have also provided a label template to display any kind of view to the data labels. And label context feature is used to display content of y-axis labels as a percentage value. In circular chart, we have provided the same label template and label context support. In data form, we have provided a floating label layout support and a customization for label view. In data grid, we have provided support to add unbound rows and column resizing support, and load data on demand and pull to refresh support. In scheduler, we have provided support to customize the cell selection, also to customize the appointment indicator count in the month view. In tree view, we provide a support to load on demand, which means it loads the child items dynamically when expanding the parent node. And we have also provided a checkbox support. You can load a checkbox in each node and toggle selection. In image editor, we have provided the enhancements like serialize and deserialize annotations, customize annotation view, Z-arraying for annotations. And you can also change the direction of image editor's flow. In PDF library, we have provided support for XPS to PDF conversion and remote go-to action in PDF. In digital signature, you can add sign to the PDF document security store for security purpose. In PDF viewer, we have provided support for electronic signatures and custom bookmarks and page layout modes. In PowerPoint library, we have provided support to crop an image and to prevent the addition of duplicate master slides. In Excel, PowerPoint, and Word libraries, we have provided following enhancements: line caps for line charts, line dash style for line and scatter charts, the under percentage stacked line chart, the multi-level category labels. In Word library, we have provided support to update table of contents. /C includes a caption of figures, tables, and charts. /A builds a table of captions excluding labels and numbers. We have provided a Visual Studio extension with a .NET MAUI project template. So in your Visual Studio Code, you can open a command palette using a shortcut key, Ctrl+Shift+P, and search for Syncfusion, and you can select a Syncfusion .NET MAUI Template Studio Launch. You'll have a list of controls. You can select the controls from the tab. After selecting the controls, you can run the application by clicking Run Start Debugging. And we have also provided .NET MAUI code snippet support. Thank you.